Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial that's going to answer should you use an exact match domain for SEO with your host Andy Danianto from get1000visitors.com. Before we begin, I want to ask, are you still struggling to get your first sale? If yes, then I have created a free video that reveals the 3 tactics I use to make $411 in 30 days. And you can get this free video at get1000visitors.com/free training. Okay, let's move on to today's tutorial. Here is a question asked in an affiliate marketing forum. I have chosen my niche and keyword list. I was wondering if the domain I buy should have a keyword in, or would the domain itself not be that important for SEO? A domain name can make or break your success in affiliate marketing. The name of your domain can either help you get traffic easy or make people remember you. It isn't the only important factor to consider when setting up your site, but you ought to know whether you should use an exact match domain for SEO or search engine optimization, or use a brand domain instead. What is an exact match domain? An exact match domain, or EMD, is a domain name that has a keyword in it. An example of an EMD is peroxide.com. Now, although this name is an example, this EMD is in fact for sale for $2,095 if you search for it. The keyword in this domain name is zero peroxide teeth whitening, which is a teeth whitener product that has an affiliate program. The benefit or pros of using an EMD is as follows. It can give you a boost in the search engine rankings. It is common knowledge that using an EMD can give you a boost if you're trying to rank in the organic listing of a search engine. The domain name you use has power, and if you put a keyword in that domain name, then it will give you a ranking boost for that keyword. Using an EMD in your domain name can save you a significant amount of time ranking for a keyword compared to using a brand domain. The disadvantages or cons of using an EMD is as follows. You risk infringing copyright if you use a product name EMD. The example above is a name of a product. If you use the name of a product in a domain name, you may be infringing copyright. If you are violating copyright, then you could be asked to take down the site. You can eliminate this risk by sending an email to the copyright owner and ask if you can use the product name in a domain name. In my experience, most clickbank vendors allow you to do this, but send an email to make sure you have permission. Second, the competition to get an EMD is tight. Since an EMD has power, many of your competitors will want to own it. If you can grab the EMD you want before another person, then you can have it. But if someone already owns it, you have to find another EMD or buy it from that person with a heavy price tag, such as the zero peroxide example. And third, it may have been spammed in the past. Just because an EMD is available, it doesn't mean that it hasn't been used before. Check the history of an EMD to see if it was used before. If it has been used, and if it was spammed with links, then avoid it because it may have a penalty. And although this list shows there are more cons than pros in using an EMD, the single benefit of a rankings boost is worth the trouble of finding a good EMD. What is a brand domain? A brand domain is a domain name that has a brand name in it. For example, styleonsmile.com is a brand domain name in the teeth whitening niche. The brand in this domain is Style on Smile. The benefit or pros of using a brand domain is as follows. People remember your brand. A good brand domain will make it easy for people to remember. A good brand name for affiliate marketing should indicate the niche, such as smile, and also the benefit, such as style. When you combine the niche and the benefit, people remember your brand and may visit again by typing in your brand domain name in their browser address bar. Second, there's little competition for the brand. Finding a brand domain name that is still available is not as difficult as finding an EMD. It can still be somewhat difficult if the brand name you want is a common phrase. For example, I originally wanted the domain smilewithstyle.com, but it is already owned by a local dentist. If the brand name you want is unavailable, come up with another one that is near to the name you want. The disadvantages or cons of using a brand domain is as follows. You don't get a search engine rankings boost. Since a brand domain doesn't contain a keyword, then you don't get a boost for search engine rankings. A brand domain takes more time to rank than an EMD, assuming every other factor is equal. When to use an EMD or brand domain? Now that you know the difference between an EMD and a brand domain, the next step is to know when to use each one. Here is a general rule you can follow based on my experience. Use an EMD when you want to promote a single product. This method works great with ClickBank products, as most vendors will give you permission to use their product name. An EMD isn't always about a product, but I find it is best used when you promote one product. Use a brand domain when you want to promote many products. This method works if you want to promote many products in the same niche. You can target multiple keywords using different pages under this brand domain, so you get more traffic than targeting just one keyword. As a general rule, you use an EMD when you want to target a specific keyword that has a high chance of making you good money. This method is good if you want to make money in a relatively faster time than building a branded mini-authority domain. In my experience, I have made most of my income from building EMD affiliate sites that target one specific product. It's enough to make thousands of dollars per month in revenue. Okay, so that's it for today's tutorial. I hope this information can help you to choose whether you ought to use an EMD or a brand domain for your next website. Again, if you are still struggling to get your first sale in affiliate marketing, then I have created a free video that reveals the 3 tactics I use to make $411 in 30 days, and you can get this free video at get1000visitors.com/free training. Okay, this is ND Danyanto, and thank you for watching.